Hello friends, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Miss Liz. I wore my rainbow today because it is Pride Month, the month of June. So today we're going to be reading a book about a bunch of people who work very hard to build something wonderful. And I think this is a great book for right now because out in the world, a lot of people are working very hard to build something wonderful too. So without further ado, today's book is Building Our House by Jonathan Bean. Now this is a longer book, so I promise that tomorrow we're gonna read a shorter book and an easier book for our younger viewers. So without further ado, let's get started. Building Our House by Jonathan Bean, another book from Macmillan Publishers. Today is moving day. We left our old house in the city. Look, that's the city that they left. It looks a little like Philadelphia. And we are moving to the country. Wow, there it is. My family is building our new house away from the road, back down a dirt lane. Our house will sit in the middle of a weedy field Dad and Mom bought from a farmer. My family makes up a strong crew of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a truck named Willis. My brother helps Dad carry the tools. The right tools for the right job, says Dad. And I help Mom carry the plans. A good plan for a good house, says Mom. And Willis carries everything else. A truck towing a trailer pulls into the field. The trailer has a door, 2 windows, and a chimney. Dad tells the driver to park the trailer under an oak tree. That is where they're going to live while they build their new house. The next day, a truck with a tall rig pulls into the field. It has a long drill that can bore through the dirt and rock down to fresh water. The men who drive the truck lay the pipes that will carry the water to the trailer. And the day after that, a truck with a bucket pulls into the field. It has a long arm that moves the bucket up and down. A man in the bucket works cautiously with wires that will carry electricity to the trailer. We will live in this small home on wheels while we build our new house. During the week, Dad goes to his job in town, but on the weekends, we start up Willis and everyone jumps in. We go to buy stacks of lumber from the sawmill. Look at all that wood that they're buying. We collect piles of rocks from our neighbor's pasture. We bring loads of sand and stone from the quarry. Look, they're loading the sand right into the back of their truck, Willis. We gather supplies with Willis until the weedy field is filled with stacks and piles and loads of what we need to start building. On a clear, cold night, Dad sets the corners of the foundation by the North Star. This star, that's the one he's looking at. One wall will face north to ward off the wind, one east to welcome the morning, one south to soak in the sun, and one west to see out the day. When the weather warms, the ground softens, and Grandpa visits with his backhoe. Are you ready to dig? He calls. Grandpa follows the corners Dad placed, gently moving the levers that control the giant hoe. He digs and dumps, scoops and piles until there is a square hole in the field. This will be our new basement. Dad saws boards that Mom hammers and nails into a form that will hold the concrete and rock. The concrete and rock will shape the foundation that will support the frame and make for a solid house. Dad lays rocks one on top of another while we fill the loud mixing machine. 1 shovel of cement, 3 shovels of sand, 5 of stone, and water until it's soupy. The machine rumbles, tumbling the ingredients into concrete. And Mom pours the concrete into a wheelbarrow and then dumps the wet mixture into the form. When the concrete hardens, the form comes down and the foundation stands solid. There it is. My brother helps Dad inspect the lumber. Strong lumber for a strong frame, says Dad. I help Mom mark the lumber that Dad will saw. Measure twice to get it right, says Mom. A drill, a chisel, and a mallet are the right tools to shape the lumber so that each piece fits snugly into the next. When every beam is marked and sawed and snug, we throw a big party. Oh, look, they're playing in the pool here. It's a frame-raising party. Everyone visits. My grandfather and grandmother, my aunts and uncles and cousins, my other grandfather and grandmother, my great-grandfather, our neighbors, and the workers from the sawmill and quarry. They make up a big frame-raising crew. Look at all those people helping. See what can happen when you work together? Our crew works until the sun sets and the frame stands strong in the middle of the field. Mom makes places for everyone to sit around a fire. We eat and talk and play until the stars shine and the owls call. Now the weather cools. Fall is here, says Mom. Winter is coming, says Dad. We work harder than ever because the house needs a chimney and a roof, siding and windows before the winter arrives. Wow, look. Those are the beams of the house. That is kind of like the skeleton of the house, and they have to finish building the rest. But this year, the first frost arrives early, and the cold rains fall early, and the icy winds that carry snow blow early, and the bad weather slows our work, but it doesn't stop it. They're still working very hard. When the snow is deep, Dad hooks up a plow to Willis. He clears the driveway so that we can go to town and buy a stove. The stove warms the house while we start our work inside. Our plans show us where to place walls that will make the rooms. And look, here are the plans. Here is the ground floor, and here is the second floor, and it shows you where all the rooms and the walls will be. We plumb while the wind howls. See, they're putting the sink in. And wire while the drafts pile up. See, they're putting in lights. And we insulate while the days grow shorter. They put this stuff in the walls to keep the house warm. And then we wallboard as they gradually grow longer. We work on weekends. We work in the evenings. We work while Dad is at his job. And finally, it is time for another party. Oh, hey, look, what do you notice about their mom? Do you notice that she might be getting ready to have another baby? And then it is time to have a moving party. This time when everyone visits, we have a big moving crew. They bring us rugs and chairs and lamps and help us empty out the house on wheels so that a truck can pull it away. Bye-bye, trailer. Our big crew moves everything into the house. And while Mom and Dad are busy, I show the crew where things go. Oh, hey, look, there is a new baby. Look at that. Now there's 3 kids. Once the moving is done, everyone goes back to their homes, but my family stays right where we are. It is our very first night in our new home. Doesn't that look cozy? They worked so hard. And that is the end. Look, here are some pictures and a note from the author. This is actually a true story of how the author's parents built their own house. Isn't that wonderful? The end. Thank you all so much for reading with me. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I will see you tomorrow for more virtual story time. Thanks for watching.